When I first thought of making this video, I thought it would be fairly straightforward. It's all over the internet, at least if you're traveling in these circles. It is all over the internet. I'm houseless, not homeless. It's a thing. But that's not necessarily true. Our Vanlifers homeless. And it's not as clear-cut as what I thought it would be, honestly. I went into this thinking it'd be a clear-cut case of, this is my new home. Home is where you hang your hat. That kind of stuff. It's not that simple. The legal definition of homelessness in Canada is an individual or family who lacks a fixed, regular, and adequate nighttime residence, such as those living in emergency shelters, transitional housing, etc., etc. Now, to expand on this, people living in places not intended for permanent human habitation, the generic definition, the clarification of that statement, includes living in cars or other vehicles. What about those of us who choose to live in a vehicle? Are we still homeless? Well, according to the all-knowing powers that be, we are. But am I homeless when I move into my van? Will I be homeless? No. I say no. There are a lot of people who are living in vehicles or other forms of alternative housing, let's call it that, who were forced there by circumstances, whether it's financial, medical, fleeing a domestic situation, anything like that. And they could be classed as homeless. I'd be willing to go there because they are not there by choice. And their main goal and ambition is to get into a situation where they can move into an apartment, a townhouse, a house, something that fits the normal definition of a home. Then there's the rest of us. Those of us, and I count myself as being very fortunate in that I have this choice. I am choosing to move into my van. Now, partly, I will be clear and honest on this, partly it is a financial consideration. Every year it gets a little bit harder, and I can see the progression, I can see the pattern going. So for me, it's a preventative thing. It also is a lifestyle choice. This is, as I've said before, something I have wanted to do in one form or another since my teens and 20s. Moving into a van is a choice. That choice makes this my home. Whether or not you agree with me, oh mighty and wise government, is immaterial. It is freedom. I've never wanted a house. I've never wanted, actually that's not true. I never wanted the financial burden that comes with home ownership, which you don't really own until you're a lot of times too old to actually enjoy the fruits of your decades of labor and stress. Poverty in Canada and the United States is just atrocious. It is horrible. If we include the hidden poverty, the estimates are that up to 1 in 4 households are struggling and struggling hard. Alternative housing is on the rise, not just van life, but tiny homes, shipping container homes, anything to get out of the mortgage trap, to get into a living situation that is sustainable, economically sustainable. Are Vanlifers homeless? It's really a circumstantial thing. It really, really depends. That's all I can say is it depends. It's not as simple an answer as I thought it would be. Some are forced into it. through circumstances not of their own choosing. They might consider themselves homeless while they live in their vehicle. They might. In fact, they probably do. I don't know. I haven't spoken to any, but I suspect that that is the reality for them. Then there's the people like me. I have one foot in either camp, sitting in the middle, and I believe that we may be the vast majority that are choosing this lifestyle out of a need, a desire for freedom and liberty. Freedom from the debt cycle, the debt trap. Freedom from the constraints of trying to live a life that we were told we wanted, when that's not necessarily true. And then the third category are the ones who are the digital nomads. They are affluent and they choose this life, and they have these massive, beautiful rigs, professionally built, that costs tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars. Well, that's okay too. They're all part of the community. It's all part of the desire for freedom, for liberty, travel, adventure. So can we say definitively whether or not vanlifers are homeless? I wish it was as clear-cut as I had originally imagined when I started this video, but it's not. I think to really paint it in broad strokes, it comes down to a matter of opinion. And the only opinion that matters is the person that is living in the van. If they were forced there through circumstances, not their own will, then probably they're homeless. It's possible that they started out that way but fell in love with the lifestyle and went from being homeless to houseless. And then there's the people like me and whatnot who we've chosen this. And whatever the authorities and the powers that be may think of it, it's not their call to make, in my opinion. It's just not. My home is wherever I am happy. And at the end of the day, there's nothing else that anybody can say about it. If you're happy in your house on the hill, your mansion by the ocean, that is your home. That is where your heart is. Mine's on the road. Mine's traveling around. Mine's in the back of this unfinished, slightly messy van. This is my home, or will be. Oh, excuse me. Or will be soon enough. And that's about it. So, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. You are awesome. We'll see you soon. Bye.